Hey everyone, I'm Nitro-Fueled here, and today we're going to continue also a Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled Adventure Mode Classic for the Sony PlayStation 4. Now, we're here for these goddamn relics. Of course, if you've been following this channel for a while now, even if you're new to it and followed it through like the Crash Bandicoot version, like the Insane Trilogy version of Crash 1, you should know more. That I prefer to get like all relics up to platinum as opposed to selling for gold. It's mainly like a personal thing, and I know that if I ever do get the Crash 4, it's not going to be a personal thing. It'll be a flat out requirement because I don't get that. For some reason they decided to make Crash 4's platinum relic a requirement for like 106%, getting trophies, all that good stuff. But you know what? More incentive to get platinum relics, and I actually have not really found an incentive to really go for the developer relics either. Like they look like they're pretty cool, but you know, there's nothing really I'm trying to reach out for, you know. But without further ado, let's get started with the relic races, or shall we say, let's get wild.
Get the lowest time you can by racing fast and breaking time crates.
Alright, so let me be the first to say, I'm sorry about the last video. Like, I was pretty much being like a big downer with how everything was going within that last few days. And it kind of got to me when I was starting to do some videos on doing some more videos on like Nitro-Fueled, and at that point I just did not feel like recording any more than the first part I did. I don't know, I just didn't feel like that was a really good start to the day, and I probably should have just said like, screw it, I'll just take care of this on another day and delay it from there. But I decided to push forward with the schedule, and to be honest, I'm still not feeling too great about it. But you know, it's a new day, so not gonna worry too much about that. What I'm gonna have to worry about though is the fact that I need I forgot what the times are for these platinum relics, so as per usual I'm gonna start putting them in the description somewhere so you guys don't have to worry about that researching part yourselves. The best part about this though is that say that I don't get this, and I'm pretty sure I'm not because I am not getting all the boxes, I at least will get a different grade on relic, so you know, as per usual I'll know what platinum time it is. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole shtick of relic races. You get the crates, you get the best time with those crates, and that's it. If you manage to get all the crates though, you get a reduction of 10 seconds on your time, on your total time, which is probably the easiest way to get platinum in this game. And I don't need it. No, I do need it for some courses. I'm not even going to try to front. I will need it for some courses, but this is just not one of them. Because believe it or not, if you haven't seen my video on doing developer times, I would highly suggest that, because trust me, getting those dev times was not the easiest thing to do. It wasn't. I think the worst part about how I was feeling about the last video was that I was actually wanting to talk about Crash on the Run, because I've been playing that for like a couple weeks now, and oh my god, I am in love with it. Now, I can't say I'm too fond of like the constant throwback to like the first couple notes of Sanity Beach and Crash 1, but you know, that's so far my only complaint with like the music department of it. The game is pretty solid. I do have some complaints on how they handle their more monetary practices, but you know, knowing that this has Activision's name on it was more than enough to realize, oh yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. No, but in all seriousness, I just really like the whole graphical. Like, first off, the whole visuals feel like it's a console game. They could easily port that sucker to Switch if they wanted to. Second, it's just how much love the game has. Like, the controls feel responsive, the god dang. Like, man, I'm sounding like a sponsored video right now. But no, in all seriousness, it's just a fun game to play at times. I just don't like how there's a huge advantage for people who happen to have like the skins for. Like if you have the skins for like a specific material or ingredient, you're gonna have so much easier time getting everything for XYZ thing than if you were to just use any other skin. And the worst part about it is sometimes if you want to get like survival tickets or something good out of it, guess what you gotta do? You gotta grind for it. You gotta grind for those, or pay some money so you can just skip that process with skins that gives you basically more of XYZ. But no, other than that, other than those two big concerns, the the constant throwbacks and the somewhat pay to win, what is it? What's the word I was looking for? The pay to win process. There we go. The pay to win process. I think the game is pretty fun to play. And I will say this though, I do kind of wish we got the alpha version of Turtlewood somewhere in the game. I'm not really feeling the final games, to be honest. Like, I'm trying, but I just can't. I'm still hoping that Wumpa League's a real thing. Like, ever since I got to play some Crash Bash Live, which I want to do more streams of that at some point, but I'm still kind of stuck with Persona 5 Strikers, and while I'm in no rush to finishing that, I do kind of want to also play some other stuff too, so it's like, and if you've known this channel for like old WoW, this isn't something that's new, but rather something from like way back. Multi-managing is not really my forte, or at least not yet. So, any kind of planning on doing multiple things at once is just not there. It's not. I'm sorry, but when it comes to like the Wumpa League and stuff like that, especially after playing Crash Bash Live, I could see so much. I could see what they could do with it. It's just like, bro, I could see where they can like add this or add that, and even Activision find some way to like add microtransactions to that too. Just like, jeez, I would love to see what they end up doing if they end up just going with it instead of just saying, screw it, we're not doing this anymore. Sorry, but you know, if it doesn't seem profitable, we can just kiss that goodbye pretty much. Don't land on a turtle like that, by the way. Like, in racing, real life, or even like the older Crash games, just don't. They don't like that. Some may seem like they do, but they don't. Especially in the insane version of the bridge levels in Crash 1. Oh my gosh. They seem to hate that crap. Sorry. But yeah. It's just, oh my gosh. Like, I'm thinking that it could be like Crate Crush, or maybe an extended version of Crash Bash. Maybe it's a remake of like Crash Bash, and they just reformat the game to a battle royale style, or something. I could just see that they have something with this, and I hope they don't just scrap it all together, because it doesn't look like we're going to get some Monet after doing this. So, you know, it would kind of suck if they just leave it at that. But yeah, hold on a second, I'm just noticing, I'm really treading through these. Like, some of these I don't even need to get the, get like the 10-second reduction. I'm doing way better. I don't get that. I'm not complaining, but I don't get it. But you know what? There's something I've always want to talk about, and I feel like this is a topic big enough for, like, a whole separate video. And I just want to put in a summary for now. What did y'all want to see from me after this? Because, like, not just this, but also P5S. Because, like, the streaming, doing some videos and stuff like that, it's nice, but I just feel like once I finish one of these two things, I don't know what else to do. Because, like, I don't really have, like, a backlog like that, and I'm not really big on buying out, like, a crap ton of games. There's one game in particular that I really do want to look at, but I'm not sure if you guys actually want to see that or not. It's called It Takes Two. I've done a video on this before, and I gotta say, when I first played the game, when I played it in that video, it felt pretty nice. Like, But then I got surprised with that there was a whole different like section that was on top of it. And then on top of that, believe it or not, there's even more after that video. Like so much more. I'm like, bro, this is not the same game I played just 5 minutes ago. That's really how I feel every time there's a whole different section going forward with the game. It's just like the game literally keeps changing every time I'm playing it, and I love it. Okay then, that's definitely a Nitro-Fueled moment, but I'm not complaining because that's actually something they patched out. But yeah, like, so basically, what do you guys want to see from me at that point? Because like, I don't really have like huge backlogs or anything like that where it's like, oh, I gotta go back to this game, I'll also stream it or something. No. When I have a game, I just play it. Like, I have a whole bunch of games up. In fact, even Crash Bash Live, I feel like I'm going back. I want to go back to. I know I did mostly a showcase of it, but I want to do more with, like, not a whole playthrough. Heck no. I am not going for like 200% on that too. Heck no. No. After what happened with the original Crash Bash, oh gosh, like every time I hear that loading screen, I just go a little insane on the inside. Really? How did I miss all 3 of those again? I'm gonna get gold just because of that, aren't I? Yeah. That's actually crazy. But yeah, after Crash Bash, I'm certainly not doing 200% or whatever the percentage is on Crash Bash Live. But I do want to get back to it. But yeah, we're redoing this one. We're redoing this. All right, here we go. 37 seconds. Yeah, I was way off. But yeah, this is the thing I was talking about with this game, and pretty much a lot of Crash games when it comes to going for like different relic raids. Every time you get a previous one, the next one will always pop up next, or like right after. In this case, we get to see this one. So yeah, this level has a lot of boxes on it, so it'd be best to not try to play this as straightforward as I am right now, and somehow still missing all these boxes. In fact, that's kind of the deal with relic races. You can't really play them as straightforward as you do on a normal basis, like you do with other levels, or pretty much playing this level normally. Like, granted, you could argue this with anything in like the racing titles, with any course, but you know, courses like these usually have like an exception to them. This is not one of them. I'm definitely gonna need to hit that shortcut though, because there are a lot of 3 second timer boxes up there. Oh frick. And it's kind of like, if you miss it, you essentially wasted time on even trying to get it. So it's like, it's kind of like a risk, something you have to think about. Is it worth getting it? And if you miss it, how much time do you lose? And if you don't get it, how much time do you like feel like you essentially wasted just trying to get it? It's like, you know, stuff like that basically. I am super not getting a freaking 10-second timer, so I'm definitely gonna have to try to shape this time down by probably just barely, honestly. Nah, I didn't get it. It's actually really tough, like trying to get as many boxes as possible while still trying to keep up with the course. Especially since I'm still trying to remember that I'm not playing on drift or speed now. I'm playing on acceleration, and the turning on this is a little bit more inward, so I have to remember also to keep my flame and all that. Like, you know, the fundamental stuff. You will never see this shortcut in a normal race. Or at least almost never. Like, it's one of the things that practically do not exist in a real race. It's one of the freaking 8 wonders of CTR. I'll mention the other 7 in a future video, but like, if you're up for that, and I know some of y'all could tell what the other 8th wonder is, other the 8 wonders I mean, then you'll know exactly what this video is going to be like. But with that being said, it's just like, I can't stop thinking about how great this game will look in 60 frames. Like, not just frame rate, but also loading. And it's just like the next gen stuff just does not take advantage of that whatsoever. And obviously I'm talking about offline, but like it's like why? You have some new power, some new capabilities and stuff like that, and Beanox just will not. Well, maybe not Beanox, but Activision will not allow Beanox to take advantage of. Like, there's no article saying that they want to cover this or anything, so maybe they actually don't want to do anything with this anymore. And if that's the case, I'm a little bit sad, but you know, it happens. Stuff like that happens. People want to move forward with other projects and all that. And especially since I heard that they're working with like Call of Duty and stuff like that. That is actually pretty big on Activision's part. So, you know, them getting to work on something like that's actually a pretty noteworthy accomplishment, I would say. So, you know, props to them for that. Oh, this is gonna cut it so close. I just need to make sure I actually get the boxes. Okay, I got it. Alright, 33 on the dot? Nice. Like, I don't plan on ever beating all my times on, the relic races, because believe it or not, you still gotta do the ones on, well, you don't have to, but you got the ones on Crash Nitro Kart, and all the DLC courses, too. Whatever Beanox is doing right now, whatever Vicarious Visions is doing right now. Well, I know what Vicarious Visions is doing. They're working on stuff with Blizzard. And whatever Toys for Bob ends up doing after Crash 4, you best believe we're going to be looking closely on that stuff like that. See what they'll be doing moving forward. So, real quick, before I end the video, let me give you a quick tour on two locations we'll be looking at. This is the main area we'll be seeing for Oxide, as well as the gem races right here. For all these gem cup races that we'll be doing later. There's Oxide right there. Oh, and here's a hologram for Oxide, which I actually think is actually kind of a nice touch, because it's more, for me, it's more than just the fact that they added that. It's kind of like well, I can't believe I'm really referencing this game again. Like Crash Nitro Kart, where they have a whole hologram for the boss. Or like every time you get to the the part where you have to race the boss, they have a hologram right hovering over their pad. I kind of wish they did something like this with Oxide here, but this is close enough. This is good enough. But yeah, onwards to this, because we'll talk about more specific courses on that little hub part later. This area here, oh my gosh. Something I haven't mentioned, and I'm pretty sure you've already heard by now, is the fact that every time you enter a different part of the world, the music changes. And it changes pretty drastically. It's probably more noticeable if you have legacy music on, but for me, it's more so that you can just tell right off the bat. Maybe it's just because I played OG CTR, but hey. Anyway, so this is the first thing. Thanks for watching, and in the next part, we'll be taking care of the hub world and the ruins. By the way, if you still haven't gotten King Chicken yet, consider this a flex. So anyway, with that being said, stay safe, stay healthy, stay insane, but most importantly, stay warped. Stay warped to the next speed.